Section views. A section view shows the interior features of an object. So we will pick a cutting plane. That's where we're going to take the magic saw. We're going to cut through the object. And then we're going to basically look at that as if we're imaginary cut through the object. We're going to use this. We're going to go up to the Layout tab. So I'm going to go to the Layout tab. And to do this, we're going to use the Viewsection command. But before we can go there, we need to set up the style of the Viewsection. The style is much like, say, the dimension style. And we can do that by coming over here in Styles and Standards. And we can go to our Section View Style. Now, so we have an object, and we are going to then create a cutting plane line. Here's our cutting plane line here that runs through this part. It will have what's called a section identifier. These section identifiers are labeled by A and A. So those are the section identifiers. The heavy line that goes through where the imaginary cut is the cutting plane line. And then it will create a section. The section is over here on the right, and that is the section created. So we want to go in and modify. So when I go to modify, I'm able to change all types of things about this section. So I can change the text style of the identifier. Remember, the identifier is this AA here. I can change that color. I can change the text height. I can exclude certain characters because normally we'll go for the first section will be A-A, the second will be B-B, the third one will be C-C, etc. It'll incrementally increase those as we add sections, but we'll exclude some of these based on confusion. We have different directional arrows. Typically we do use closed filled. We can set the color, the sizes of those arrows, how much the extension is, how much the little line sticking out from the cutting plane is. We can identify the arrangement of the position of the direction arrow. So all of our basic like dimension standards would be here. Also, when I go to the cutting plane line, I can determine then the line color, its line type. Now, for example, mostly we use things like a phantom line or a dashed line for a cutting plane. Typically, it's usually a very thick line. So we can have the ends of the lines, etc. So these are for the ends here and the cutting plane line down through here. That is we can control as well. Like I said, usually that is a phantom or a dash line. The view label. The label is this part down here, the section AA, and with the scale, we can set all the types of text styles, text colors, heights, etc. Its position, distance from the view, what the default setup will be, and then we can control the hatch. What type of hatch do we typically want by default, and then its hatch color, its background, etc. So in transparency, you can set all these up based on your company standards or industry standards. So I would first come in here and I would go to my View Style Manager, and again the View Style Manager is found right up here in the section View Styles. It's under the Layout tab, and that will allow us to get set up and ready to go to create our section view, which will come over here and do a Viewsection command to get that started once we have our section style view style set up.